7:45, back here on the VT couch. I was hoping we'd get one final segment with our HR expert, Debbie Carroll, before I departed from the show, because the expertise you brought over the years has been awesome. This topic really interesting, and it applies all across the board. Toxic workers, coworkers, how to deal with them. You've kind of looked at the certain types of workers that exist out there. So, Debbie, when it comes to this idea of toxic coworkers, let's break down the main four that stand out. Professional experts.
So these are the people that we all work with, that they think they know everything about every single topic that you talk about. Any single thing you bring up, they know it all.
And that's difficult because you want people to listen if you want to collaborate, but there are silos in place when you have the professional experts. What about the negativity that can cultivate in a workplace?
Yeah, so there are people that I call the negative naysayers, and those are those people that shoot down every single idea. So you bring up a great new idea. Oh, we've tried that before. I bring up this idea. Oh, that'll never work. You bring up another new idea that's really exciting. Oh, that doesn't work in Canada. And every single thing that happens, they've got a reason why it's not going to work.
Which can be emotionally exhausting after a while.
It's so exhausting.
And what about the cultures of complainers that exist out there?
Oh, yeah. And I think we all know those people, the ones where the glass is always half full. So they're tired, they didn't get enough sleep. Pardon?
The glass is always half empty for them.
Yeah, oh, yeah, not full. Definitely not full. It's half empty.
Yes.
Yeah, their boss doesn't know anything. They could run the place better. They've gotten a fight with their dog, whatever it is. I mean, everything is negative.
And they're bringing it into the workplace. And I guess this kind of goes in line with the idea of the drama queens and drama kings that exist.
Oh, yes. And I think we've all got drama kings or drama queens. They thrive on conflict and gossip and noise. And they'll never stop until there's some big drama in the workplace. They want to make it exciting. Unfortunately, the workplace is not where you want that drama.
Okay, so if we're in that position and we have this energy coming at us, the big question is, how do we deal with them? And you've got some ideas of what to do. And now this one is very valuable. Lose the emotion.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I'll say before we even talk about lose the emotion is don't run away from them. Don't be one of those people that you get in the elevator and you see them coming and you push close, 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 close. Like, you can't run away from them forever. And you need to realize how you react when you're around them, because the last thing you want it to do is hurt your career because you're acting differently because of their behavior. So in regards to emotion, the first thing I always say is you're going to want to address it, but don't address it when you're emotional. Go home, skip a beat, maybe write down what you want to say to them, and then the next day go back and have a conversation.
That's good, taking that time away to reflect on what it means and then get to a productive conversation out of it. This kind of goes in line with the idea of emotion, but focusing on behaviors, not personality traits.
100%. So if you want to be effective and you don't want them to tune out, don't attack people personally, even if it's unintentional. Think about what they do and what the behavior associated with it. So do they not have good listening skills? Are they always the first to talk? Are they condescending in their tone? Think about those actual specific behaviors, and those are the things that you want to talk about.
And when you start talking to them, what's the best way to approach it to avoid an accusatory tone while you're trying to work through things?
Yeah. So this one I think is actually really good advice, not just in the workplace, but also at home as well. So never, ever start with you did this or you always. You want to take it back and say, I'd like to talk to you about something. When we had that meeting yesterday, I felt, or I may need to work on this too, but this is how it made me feel when you said yesterday that you landed this new IT client and you knew that I did a lot of work too. That really hurt my feelings, and I wish you would have included me.
So what do you do if you relay that with honesty and authenticity and they say, well, I'm sorry you felt that way? And they're not engaging. How do you bring them back into the process so it's productive?
So the good news is, first of all, you're not the HR department. You're probably not their boss. And your job is not to deal with difficult people or people that aren't performing well in the workplace. So if you try and you genuinely believe that you've done the best you can, that's when it's time to get your boss involved or to get HR involved. And maybe not to step in, but to even say, do you mind if I take 5 minutes of your time to talk about a challenge I'm having in the workplace that I'm not able to rectify on my own? Maybe you've got some tips before I'll ask you to step in.
I like that. You try to address it head on. If it doesn't work, then ask for help and use the resources that are there. Okay, final one. What if you realize you might be the source of the toxicity in the workplace?
Oh, this is a good one, because human nature is we always look to other people when something's wrong. Very seldom do we self-reflect. unless you're one of those people that's really advanced and you take time to do that. So think really hard about it and think, am I always in the middle of all the conflict in the office? Am I unhappy when I come here? Do I not like the people that I work with? So first of all, it's pretty hard to admit it to yourself, but take a step back and think about it. If you're not sure, talk to someone that you trust in the office, whether it's a colleague or if you have a great boss or you have a mentor, and ask them the question. Just say, do you have any feedback for me? Is there a way that I can improve my behavior in the office? And chances are, if you're genuine about it, they will give you the feedback, and then you can start working on it.
Courage and self-awareness at the forefront right there. Well, listen, inspiredhr.com is the website. All kinds of great resources. Loved having you on the show, Debbie.
You too. It's been great getting to know you, yes?
Yeah. Listen, we'll take a break. We'll get you to watch this right after.